on TikTok. Let me know. I live in Colorado. I think, yeah, that's a little too far for our store. I do love Colorado, though. I visited Colorado a lot as a kid. I'm originally from Nebraska, so we went to Colorado almost every Thanksgiving to visit some family in Colorado. So I'm just gonna kind of unpack some orders here, get them in the system. Customers come in early. I'll help some customers. We'll probably end the live around noon my time when we do officially open. Hopefully everyone on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch can hear me here too. I'm just getting a coffee ready. I like to do coffee with soda water every once in a while. All right, so we got a bunch of Pokemon orders coming in that I have to notify our customers that they are available to pick up. So let's see who we got here. And if you're local, if you're in LA, if you're watching this and you want some of the new Pokemon products, you can stop by our store. Since we have a lot of it. It looks like this is our first Pokemon order. We got 2 Elite Trainer boxes and 2 booster boxes. Let's see who's joining us here. Son of Krypton, thanks for joining. Is that a Superman reference or is that a different reference? Krypton, Son of Krypton. I think that's Superman. I don't know. Comic books aren't a big thing for me. I do like some of the superheroes. Diesel Gundam, thanks for joining. Gundams are very popular right now too. Something that we've considered carrying in our store, but we just don't have the space for it. So there's 2 booster boxes for Jake. Superman, nice. Is that your favorite superhero? Superman. I'm going to move this chair out of here. We don't have a lot of space with all these boxes from Pokemon back here. Hey, I think, is that Josie? Thanks for joining or watching the live. We're unboxing some Pokemon. So we got 2 booster boxes, and we need 2 Elite Trainer boxes for this order. Second favorite Spider-Man is first. Spider-Man's up there for me. I like Spider-Man. Like Deadpool, Spider-Man, Batman. I think those are kind of my top superheroes. All right. We got the booster boxes. Now we need to get the Elite Trainer boxes. So Pokemon usually releases 2 styles of Elite Trainer boxes. And this person got 1 of each style. So we'll get those set aside. Get a sticky note for this order to make sure they get it. Deadpool for sure. I think they're working on the 3rd movie, right? I don't want to share anything I heard about it because it might be spoilers. But I heard another superhero might be making a appearance in that movie. ×2 ETB ×2 name paid. There is Jake's order, and we're going to put ready for pickup. Send pickup notification. We'll go to the next order. I think we have some more booster boxes. I think this is probably 2 booster boxes based on the total. Yes, 2 booster boxes. So those are already right there. booster box times 2. And this is paid. And the name. Ready for pickup. Send pickup notification. Done. As long as it's as good as the first 2, I'm good. I imagine it probably will be as good as the first 2. I would be surprised if it's not. I think I really like the first one a little bit more than the second, if I remember. Because this first one was just like, new. You didn't know what to expect. Got another booster box. That's 1. Ready for pickup. Send pickup notification. And then who's this for? Got it. And then paid. And now sticky notes. Same, yeah. The first one, I think the first one was a little bit better. All right, we got 3 orders done. These are other games. That's something else too. That I think is Pokemon, and this is Pokemon. I wonder if I can add a column to this sucker. I don't think I can. Oh no, Warhammer. Okay, that's a Warhammer box, and then one more booster box. Got to crack. Oh no, we got one more. Son of Krypton, thanks for liking the live. Giovalis, thanks for joining. Paid. And the name for this one is... Name. I don't want to say the name out loud in case it's a secret. Isaiah, thanks for joining the live. Marcus picked up. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. That is not picked up. How do I redo that? I accidentally marked it as picked up. Ooh, let's see. There's got to be a way to do that. Edit, close, unarchive, edit. Nope. We'll just send him a message. By any time. Yo, message sent. Important question. Who's your favorite cousin? Oh, man. That's the most important question in the world. My favorite cousin is anyone who watches my TikToks. So I think there's no competition there, Rob. And if you're watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, let us know where you're watching from. I can see we have one person joining us over on those social media channels. I can't always see where you're joining from, unfortunately, but feel free to share where you're joining from. Or if you have any questions, let me know. Midnight Rider, thanks for joining on TikTok. All right, so we got the orders ready for pickup for Pokemon. Now let's put up some Elite Trainer boxes. So I like to organize our Pokemon shelf with all these Elite Trainer boxes next to each other. It's been like 3 weeks since we've had anything besides one type of Elite Trainer box. It's just been a weird time for Pokemon. They finished one whole era of Pokemon, which is Sword and Shield. if you play the video game, you know Sword and Shield, there's that video game, but then Scarlet and Violet came out recently. The cards are finally catching up to the video game where they're releasing Scarlet and Violet cards now. So they're in the new era of Pokemon TCG as well. So there was not a lot of product out there from other stuff. Do you have sports cards as well or just Magic and Pokemon? We just do pretty much Magic and Pokemon for TCGs or cards. We get some questions about sports cards here and there, but not a lot. There is another store. If you're local to Los Angeles or nearby here, which is San Fernando Valley, West Hills, there is a sports card shop down the way. If you're local, let me know, and I'll tell you the name and where it's at. But thanks for joining, Beth and Ronald. Thanks for joining the TikTok. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think we're going to move some of these Mimikyu boxes up top, maybe. This guy's our mascot. He's Cthulhu. We're actually going to remove this now, maybe. Or maybe we'll put it. Just make sure we have as many fit straight. And then these guys are going to go somewhere else. These guys up here. So these are kind of popular products for a bit too. Hey, beer and stuff. Thanks for the likes. What kind of stuff do you like? Probably Call of Duty, Warzone, maybe. Hey, JC Smith, thanks for following. If anyone has questions, feel free to ask. I'm just doing some stuff. I'm at the store early. Normally I do these lives on Friday, but it's been hard to actually set aside time to do lives. So I'm kind of doing some other stuff while we do our live. And that other stuff is getting our Pokemon stuff out and ready. We need a duster here. All sports, video games, weather. I never knew you liked weather. All right. See if who asked about the sports cards. I guess we haven't heard if you're local to Los Angeles. But there is a store nearby that does sports cards. All right, so these guys are going to go up here now, maybe. Maybe we'll put some all the way up here. Put them all up there for now. Yeah. Claire. All right. Oh, no, Elite Trainer Box is going to go here. So unfortunately, we just have three styles of Elite Trainer boxes. We'll get some more when they release more during the Scarlet and Violet era, of course. But it's going to take some time to build those up. All right. Hey, Alex Clark, thanks for joining the live. Hopefully this isn't too annoying and loud while I do this on the live. But these things take up so much space. Some distributors send us plastic air bubbles like this. Other distributors send us cardboard, kind of like construction paper cardboard. I like that better because we actually it's easier to recycle and use again. This stuff we have to crunch up and maybe use it like this because we can't save the big old puffs anywhere. It just takes up too much space. Thanks for the likes. We got more likes. Whoa. Look at all those likes. You're bringing more people in. Hello from Colombia. Say, ¿cómo están? Hablo un poquito español. Where are you located? I'm in Los Angeles. My Spanish is very poor. I'm from Lincoln in the UK. I went to school in Lincoln. I feel like maybe you've joined our live before. Yeah. I went to school in Lincoln, but in Lincoln, Nebraska, not Lincoln, UK. All right. And now we got our sleeve boosters. Well, welcome back, Dairy of Lincoln Geek. How we do booster packs at our store, we sell booster boxes as a box. And then we also do just packs, and we buy these sleeved packs to sell. It just makes it a lot easier for us to buy a whole case of these sleeved packs. That's the new expansion. It is the new full set, I guess. Yes, but yeah. Scarlet and Violet base set is this one. And it came out today. Some stores are able to sell it on Monday. If you're an official Pokemon Play Store, which we are almost there. We just finally got in touch with Pokemon after completing our judge test, I guess. And we will be an official store hopefully soon. So this is one of the popular cards in the set. I mean, yes and no. Pokemon doesn't really publish their ratio of like what hits or what types of cards you'll get in a booster box. You can kind of assume that you'll get a couple like secret rares or rainbow rares, or depending on whatever the set it is, a certain ratio, but they never publish it, so we don't really know. With this, we can sell the packs individually. And then with the booster box, maybe they have to do in the UK. But I'm like 99% certain they don't do it here. Because with Magic boxes, they have it printed on the box with Magic the Gathering. With Pokemon, it's not printed on here. Maybe it's on their website. But I know they have to say how many like rares you'll get, how many uncommons, how many commons. But what they qualify as a rare can be a secret rare, can be a rainbow rare, can be a gold rare, can be anything. It's a rare, right? Some of those like basic rare cards, I can show you a couple, are still called rares. Like this is still called a rare card. And maybe that's how they get around not having to really be explicit about how many gold cards or how many secret rares you can expect per box. Do you sell at the store the cap as you have? What else do you sell? This is a cap that I was given by TCG Player when I went to a trade show last year. Our uniform is, we require our staff to wear. You're going to give us a link to the ratio? Oh, I'd love to see that. That's cool. We require our staff to wear something that's related to tabletop gaming. So for me, I'm wearing my hat. I got my name tag. Or you can wear something yellow, which is our store color. But we sell anything tabletop gaming related, pretty much across the board. We're a small store, so we don't quite carry it all at once, but you can definitely order a lot through us because we work with several distributors and directly with a lot of publishers too. Let me see. The link's coming. I want to see it. Do you stock and back Kickstarters? We do, yes. But again, we're a small store, so we have to be very selective on the Kickstarters we stock and back because we'll see you later on Call of Duty Warzone later, Rob. We don't have a huge budget for Kickstarters, and so we have to be careful because also a lot of companies, it depends on the publisher. Some publishers handle this process differently. And there's different ways that they handle it too. There's not just one or two ways. So, for example, I like to use an example because it's one we recently backed and fulfilled on our end through customers ordering from us, was Frosthaven. For them, we backed it for $1. Well, this is kind of a unique case because I backed it before we owned our store and before we opened. I backed it on a personal back. But we paid for all the product at one point, but we had to wait to get Frosthaven, for a while, right? So we paid for the product and we had to wait for a while, just like you as a Kickstarter backer. However, it's a little bit tougher as a store because all that money's tied up, which is money we could be using to just purchase product that's already available and sell that. So when I back stuff, I'm usually only backing one big Kickstarter project at a time and waiting until that's fulfilled to be able to do another one. So Frosthaven just fulfilled. We just backed Elder Scrolls from Chip Theory Games. Really excited about carrying their products here soon too, because they have a lot of good products, and I'm really excited about how they handle things with retailers. They do some stuff that works really well for our small stores too. So yeah, we try to back Kickstarters, and then we do some like unique ones that are not as big of projects here and there. Like I'll back for $1 and then I'll wait a little bit and see if there's some interest in our community for this game or if there's interest online for the game. And then if there is, I'll order, a case through them. And a case is usually like 4 to 6. Well, some cases can be as low as 3, but 3 to 6 games. So I wonder also, Lincoln, maybe what they have to publish is the ratio of per pack, and not explicitly in a booster box. Tony Spencer, thanks for joining. I'm kind of not thrilled about our Yu-Gi-Oh section down there. It's looking a little messy. Jimmy, thanks for joining. This guy's gonna go back up here. All right, put those up there. Put this back up here. Now. We got 2 10s too. Put the Dragonite guy up there. So we actually have 3 10s coming. We'll do it like that. So 10, lunch 10. Kind of just want to sell these. We only have 3 left. 3 Brilliant Stars, 3 Astral Radiance. What is the newest board game that arrived to the store? The booster box or the booster packs? The booster box. So the booster packs are $4.99. Pokemon recently raised their price. We were doing $4.49, but now with the raise in price, $4.99 for booster packs. The booster box is $139.95. What is the newest board game that arrived in the store? We just got. Might try to move you. Turn you around real quick. So can you see that one? Black Angel's pretty recently arrived. We have 1 copy of Frosthaven there. We're actually trying to get a couple more copies. We'll see if they allow us to get a couple more, because we do have 6 more coming, but they've already been ordered from customers. So as soon as they get here, they go off to the customer. And so we have 1 more left. 1 more copy of Frosthaven. That one's pretty recent. Our hot and new section is up in the front. So maybe I'll take you up there later, but then I have to leave YouTube and the other channels too. All right, so we got booster packs. One fun thing that each set, they release these fun cards with promos and coins. So we're going to put those up maybe too. Well, maybe we'll put those next to here. Let's do this. We're going to put these up there, and we're going to put these coin cards next to it. Do you have Playzone? We do. Let's see if I can move you around here. There's our play space back there. Do you go to any board game cafes or board game stores in Colombia? I've never been to Colombia. I've only been to Peru in South America. My wife is from Peru. Well, her parents were born in Peru. And she was born and grew up in LA. Based on your questions, I feel like maybe you have been to some game stores in Colombia, but let me know. We need to get a little smaller hook for the other booster packs. After pandemic, we used to have our board game store with Playzone. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear the pandemic. Oh man. Yeah, we opened our brick and mortar. Do I want to say after the pandemic? Not really. I mean, like towards the end of it dying down. I mean, we're still kind of in a pandemic, though in Los Angeles or in the US, no one. I feel like we don't act like it anymore. But we were online during the pandemic. So my wife and I originally were going to do events-based business, which is like we plan to do board game STEM camps. So for youth or D&D summer camps, things like that. And because we lived in Taiwan and we were doing that in Taiwan previously, we moved to LA, wanted to do something similar, but the pandemic hit. So I stopped, right? And then I moved into doing more of an e-commerce model. So we're an online game store. Okay, online and physical store without Playzone. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's a big conversation in the game store owner space, right? Is about how to use your play space and if it's worth having that take up your retail floor where it could be used to sell products. For us, it's definitely worth it because we run a lot of youth programming and stuff like that. So we really leverage our event space during the summer, during winter camp. And then we're constantly running some sort of event that is ticket-based. So you usually are paying something to get access to the event. You can come in and play on the play space anytime we don't have an event. And it's just $5 per player. You can use that as store credit the same day. You can come during events if we have space too. So it's just depends. Yes, yeah, totally. We want to grow into a bigger space. So our play space sits about 20 people. That's okay. I think the challenge with our space is how many board games do you have to play at the store? The challenge with our space is the noise more than the number of players, because we could probably fit another 10 players somewhere in the store, like making room, but it just gets way too loud. How many board games? We have about 70 or 80, I would say. Yeah, probably like 70 or 80, maybe 100. We have a bunch of small ones too. And we rotate out. So we have a fulfillment office where we ship our online orders through. And I am at the point now where I can kind of switch in and out games. Hey, Gary, thanks for joining. I want to put these other booster packs up, but I need a smaller hook. These are the smallest ones I have. I used all the small ones for our dice up there. So let's see if I can figure this out. Ooh, I got it. Got it. Just slide it down. Oh no, I can't put them there because we're gonna put some more elite trainer boxes up there. I'll just put them here for now. What do we got? Every day I go to my local Wawa and get nachos. I eat them right by the front door. I greet everyone as I eat nachos. That nachos sound delicious. I'm not sure what a Wawa is. I think that's probably a different region than Los Angeles, though. Promo packs out. Some more of these out. I think we gotta make some room here. Kind of getting crowded. There we go. If you have any other questions, let me know. I wonder, so what's Fuzz? What are some like best sellers in your game store too in Colombia? What do you think about the Lord of the Rings TCG? I guess I have no opinions because I haven't really looked into it. Maybe you're not talking about the Magic like crossover, maybe? The Magic crossover looks intense. I don't know what to think. Magic's really, really tough right now. I never know how a set's going to do. Never know how much to order. Especially because they ask us to order stuff way in advance too. It's a little tough. Like in the markets, just with the players, it really depends on what the players enjoy and like too. Pokemon, I can pretty much know exactly how much to order. I have been increasing my order amounts set by set, so that's been a lot easier to figure out what to order. More stable. Or Magic, it's been tough. Like with the last two sets before Phyrexia, which is the recent set, they weren't doing so well. So with Phyrexia, I lowered my order, and then Phyrexia, of course, was a very popular set. It still seems pretty popular with the next set coming out, which is good. I feel like that hasn't happened in a while. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining. I love your podcast. I think I just listened to which episode yesterday? About the 100 seconds or 100 days, which is really interesting because I definitely see the 100 days thing work. And of course, the 100-second. I think that's important. I think that has to do with anything. Like it's even more interesting thinking about that with like content marketing too. But yeah, I love the episode. Do you perform board game tournaments? Okay. We talked with another store in the area. I think we're going to be doing a tournament where they do a tournament like a kind of like a qualifier at their store. It's actually a board game cafe. Sorry, I'm just gonna make sure we get some self-moderation there. So I don't know what that comment means, and the username's not super appropriate, so we'll just block that. But there's a store that wants to do a qualifier, and then we run a qualifier, and then we have a big tournament based on whoever wins the qualifier of the store. Board games have been interesting for us. It's one of the product lines that sells kind of towards the top. I don't know if it's second category anymore. I feel like RPGs, Magic, and board games, and now even Warhammer are all just neck and neck for top second, where Pokemon's first. So board games sell pretty well for us in the store, but whenever we run a board game event, we don't get much of a turnout. So I'm on the fence if I want to put more marketing and more effort into reaching out to people, trying to get them to come to those in-store events, because if board games are already selling, I don't know if it's worth it. I think for the reason why I think it would be worth it is to grow a community more than anything else. But yeah, so I don't know. We're going to try that qualifier tournament with the other store, because I think it's fun. It's really cool. It's interesting. It doesn't take much to throw on a board game tournament, especially if I'm the one that knows the game. I can have a staff run the register, and I can kind of just, oversee the tournament. And if it does well, then we'll try some other board game stuff. But we'll do another board game event with our 1-year anniversary in May. We'll have some scheduled times for demos or learn to play and sit and play games. Maybe some quick stuff. Maybe really focus it on these are family board games. Come join us for one of these sessions, something like that. It's because we're gonna change up how we're doing it. I'm just not sure how we're gonna change it yet, and how much time and effort we'll invest. Thanks for watching the stream, Tom. I'm glad you enjoy it. Game Stores for Life. We have another game store in the stream from Colombia too. Check out his podcast, Manaverse podcast. It's really good for, if you don't already listen to it, really good for a game store, just listening to peers and listening to network or marketing advice as well. All right, back to organizing Pokemon. I got 20 minutes until we officially open. But if someone comes in, I might end the stream a little early. I don't really like how that looks, though. Too much stuff crunched in there. I think we're going to get rid of these boxes. Nice shot. Gotta go. Thanks for joining. I'm just organizing Pokemon. Quantum Flux, thanks for joining. If you have other questions, let me know. Tom, what's the next podcast episode going to be about? I don't know what to do with these, though. I don't know what to do. I just have a couple packs from these sets. I don't know. That looks a little bit better. Or get the other Elite Trainer boxes out, I think. What do you think of the new Pokemon set? I think it's not crazy. I don't know. Pokemon's been just very consistent, and even if it's a bad set, it eventually becomes a good set a couple months after it's out. So I think this has released at a good baseline. It's not one that's doing poorly when it first comes out, and it's not one that's doing fantastic. And the price increase is not a big deal. At least it doesn't seem like it. Online, it doesn't seem like it's an issue. And then we're in Los Angeles, so I've had my packs priced at $4.99 anyways, and I think in general things tend to cost a little bit more in LA, so we're able to get away with charging a little bit more because people were willing to spend that much, and we also had the product. The stores in our area, like Target, Walmart, I think even GameStop, it was kind of hard to get for a while, but now GameStop has a bit of Pokemon. It's a little bit easier to get. But like Target and Walmart did not have any of it for a while. So people knew us in the area, especially like local neighbors who go to the shopping center like Taekwondo and Pet Store and Pizza knew us as the place to go get Pokemon. So for us, I don't see the price increase being an issue. And then the new set, I think people are just excited for a new era. The next podcast will be an interview with Daniel Vander Kooi, maybe, about the OGL and MTG overprinting. Oh, cool. That's a good topic. D&D's been interesting for us. Like, that is, since we've opened, that's been the biggest, like, interest. The thing that people ask the most about is D&D. And I do think that they are definitely leaving money on the table with the IP. But how they went about the OGL, I think a lot of people were not happy about that, and a lot of people know that was not the right way to do it. I think like with the movie, and they're releasing that digital like integration where there's like animation and stuff, that stuff I think is going to be huge for them. Which I don't know how that benefits game stores. And that's something that I wonder if that comes up in your discussion. I'll have to listen. Yeah, because I think, I don't know. It's interesting with if D&D goes like more digital. I hope you don't mess with MetaZoo. No, I came this close to getting some MetaZoo stuff last year right before we opened, and I'm glad I didn't because I mean, maybe it was popular, maybe we had a community for it, but I got burned on another TCG that there was no community for it, and I was excited about it, so that's why I brought it in. But I did not have the capacity and bandwidth to learn and really like advocate for it in our community because I was still trying to learn Pokemon, Magic, D&D, other RPGs. So we don't mess with MetaZoo. I don't know, but it was weird. It did well for a little bit. The Disney TCG is going to be interesting. We definitely ordered a bunch. We'll see what we get. MetaZoo killed my business. I was stuck buying a ton of CN2, and it really... Oh, no. That's not good. I'm sorry to hear that it was tough on your business. Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably like niched communities for it. I know when I went to Gamma in Reno, Nevada last year, I went to a game store. Was it MetaZoo or Flesh and Blood? Both those card games like became popular around the same time, and I don't remember which community they had. But I talked to them, and it was doing well for them just because they had the players to support it at the time. I don't know if it's wrong. I don't know if you've looked into One Piece as well, and that's another one that's like really, really, really popular in our area. And I've ordered a bit of it, but I still haven't received any product. I don't know why. And probably because we just aren't on top of the list with our distributor that carries it. But I don't know if it's going to stay around. I don't know. I get called about it probably at least 2 or 3 times a week. And it's almost worth like trying to look into it a little bit more. But at the same time, maybe it's not. Maybe it just goes away too. It's one of those things like you can ride the wave real quick and then maybe get off. But I don't know. I might, if they're at Gamma, I might look into One Piece a little bit more. That's what I'm excited about Gamma at the end of April. I'm not super thrilled about our setup here. Let's see. Metazu, yeah, Alliance said they have no OP set 2, even though I was an early OP adopter. Is this maybe One Piece? Yeah, I don't know. Some of that stuff, like, I don't know. I go back and forth whether it's worth investing my time in something new because it's popular or kind of just putting more effort into the stuff that I know is already doing well for us. It's easy, I think, to get caught up sometimes. But then I never know if I'm leaving like opportunity out there. Like One Piece could be something that, explodes our store in the area for TCGs. But I'm hesitant to see anything being a big thing in TCGs for our store beyond Pokemon, because there's a lot of competitive TCG stores in our area. So we'd have to really like compete on a unique level, because pricing for us, like our store's not big enough to compete on pricing for like entry fees and pricing as well. Like, I mean, we can offer some really great prizes, but some of the stores do offer some really awesome pricing too. So TCGs are tough for us in our market. It's not really like a focus of our store anyways. We're more like family focused, youth oriented, beginner friendly stuff. Like Magic, we have a Magic community, but it's not like we don't get 20, 30 people on a Friday night Magic. We get the pre-release for Phyrexia, we had 17. It's the first time we had to turn like 1-2 people away. We could have squeezed them in, but they just weren't too bothered about wanting to squeeze in. They just got their pre-release kits and kind of went home and played, which is fine. They were happy with that. We're in California. So we're in Los Angeles. We're in the West Hills area, or San Fernando Valley, which is like a suburbia area of LA. We're north of Hollywood, west of Hollywood. So we're about a 30, 45-minute drive from downtown, which actually is not a long drive for Los Angeles standards. Yeah. Where is your business? This is Will. I'm not sure. I'm going to just click on you. See if I know you from maybe other Facebook groups on. I don't think so. On store, running a store. All right. Yeah, Kentucky. All right. Is Cardinal Gaming? Do you know Cardinal Gaming? I watched some of his stuff on YouTube. Is he from Kentucky? He's from somewhere down southeast-ish. I'm under TCG World Order. Okay, that's the name of your store. Oh, you'll definitely check it out. What's been the most popular for you in your area? We get quite a bit of online orders going that direction. Would say Kentucky's probably one of the top 8 states that we send stuff to, which is kind of a lot for Kentucky not being a super populated state. I think like Florida's one of the top, New York's the top one, Pennsylvania's the top one, Oregon, Seattle, or Washington. Those states more so, and California, of course. And these are all because when people go to our website and they check shipping, it's cheaper to ship it in this region versus across. But I think some of the states, especially in Pennsylvania, a lot of the orders come from remote areas. So I think it's just like games that they can't find easily online. My area is mainly Pokemon, but I'm all on TCG Player now. Okay, nice. Do you like TCG Player? Did you try Binder POS or Binder POS? We did that for like the first 3 or 4 months when it opened, but we just did not have the singles to support it. We maybe do now, but it's kind of a pricey premium to use it. I like TCG Player because it's free, but they do take quite a bit of a fee. That's actually a good point. I wonder, I should look at my fees and see how much TCG Player has been charging me for fees and see if it offsets the $100 plus the 2% at this point. It might. And I think Binder POS, I really like their system. I was with Binder when it was selling on Channel Fireball. Oh yeah, and now everybody's. eBay owns it all. Yeah, we left Binder POS about the time that TCG Player, or that eBay bought TCG Player, or TCG Player bought Binder POS, and then TCG Player, or eBay bought TCG Player. We left around that time, and I figured I'd wait to see what happened from the change. I'm still in the Discord, so I kind of do see some stuff. People still seem to enjoy Binder POS. I wonder, maybe I should check, because it might be running out of time to get grandfathered in before they start increasing the rates, if they do, and if they allow you to be grandfathered into the new rates or the old rates. How do those booster bundles do for you in Pokemon? Because I'm excited. This time I ordered a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna even try to just put them out on the sales floor and see how they do. Usually we have most of our Pokemon stuff behind here. At one point we had a Pokemon table and we were like overflowing in Pokemon product. But I'm pretty excited to see how they do. The price point's a little bit higher than 25. I think we're doing 28 for them. $27.99. We'll just put those down there for requests. I'm having a TCG Player at the moment, more so than eBay. Yeah, I like TCG Player. There's some things I wish it did that it doesn't. Like, I hate that I have to pay. I can only charge $1.50 for shipping, or like certain shipping thresholds based on the size of the product. I wish I could do it based on the price, because any card, even they have their policy where if it's over $20, you are highly recommended to do tracking. We usually, if it's around $20, if it's like 25 or more, that's when we kind of start to do tracking. But usually we just put it in an envelope, top loader, some tape. Depending on the price of the card, we might wrap it in an envelope to kind of make sure it doesn't move around too much. But if it was over $20, I would just charge $3.50 for shipping and always use tracking. Because once it's like $20, it's too much. It cuts into the margin too much with their fee. All right, well, we are open. So thanks for hanging out, Will. Thanks for hanging out, Tom. And I will be listening to that podcast episode. We'll see you next time. Thank you.